Alright guys, here we are at PAX 2017. That was held on 27th, 28th, 29th of October 2017 obviously. So this was my first PAX, and this video here is going to be a lot of me walking the floor for those who weren't at PAX, and just talking about the things that I saw, the things that I liked, and even showing some of the things that I wasn't really all that interested in. As you can see here, it's quite busy. It was at the Melbourne Convention and Exhibition Centre in opposite Crown Casino. Don't know how many people were there, but it felt like there was about 5,000 or 10,000. I don't know exactly, but it was a lot of fun. My first PAX, like I said. You can see a lot of people there walking around in the yellow shirts. They're the enforcers that help run PAX. I enforced at the Wombat Theatre on the Friday night and the Saturday night. Wombat Theatre will be shown a little bit later in the video, and it's where people go to see panels. There was an indie panel that I really enjoyed. There was also Cheese TV panel, which if you're my age, you'll know exactly what Cheese TV is and you'll love it. Jade and Ryan were there, but just come away there from the new Quake Champions. I'm pretty sure they were having a little bit of an esport tournament there. I used to play a lot of Quake growing up. Quake 1, 2, 3 Arena and 3 Team Arena. Even Quake 4 on Xbox 360 I played. Just looking really good. I hope they do eventually bring that to Xbox, but I don't know that they have any plans to do that. You can see here they had a nice big comic book stand. We had a peruse off camera. There was some Walking Dead stuff that I was a bit interested in. It's pretty cool. Then we've got here, we're kind of pointing towards the indie section. So in this video I'll kind of cut between things here and there. You can see two people here that have clearly gone quite high end in their cosplay. One of the things that I really enjoyed throughout the whole weekend was the cosplay. On the Friday night I ended up coming in straight from work and had to go straight to the Wombat Theatre to help out. So I didn't get a chance to dress up, but Saturday I came dressed as Goku, and we had a Scream Like Goku event held out the front of door 1. About 230 people said yes on the Facebook event, and I don't know, about 20 of us did the first one, and we got some people involved in the second one a bit more there. But yeah, we'll put that in a separate video because it kind of doesn't really fit with the theme that I'm going for in this video. So just pass through the indie section there. I think I go through a little bit of a walkthrough later on of the whole indie section, point close up to things. Got a new Final Fantasy game here. I'm pretty sure this was a fighting game like Tekken. There's a lot of panels like this. This guy with the curly hair on the left, it looks really familiar, and I can't really remember why. I might have seen him on New Game Plus or something, but seen him around. That game's looking pretty cool. This Logitech side here, I'm pretty sure these two people were playing, now forgive me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure it's League of Legends, but the guy with the mic was esports commentating, doing a pretty good job of it, and there's obviously a lot of people interested in League of Legends being one of the most popular games around. Spewing, I didn't get a picture with that guy in the COG armor because he was not dressed up in COG armor on the Sunday when I had time to go and get a few more pictures. I ended up trying to only get pictures of people that I recognised, but some of the best dressed people, I have absolutely no idea what they were dressed as, but you could just see just the sheer amount of work that goes into it. Obviously I'm going to reference cosplay quite a lot in this video, but seeing everyone's like the effort that gets put into their cosplay. I obviously have a Goku costume, but I'm like, wow, next year I really want to do something. It would be cool if people were like, hey man, your cosplay is really cool, can I take a picture with you? So I'm not going to, probably not going to talk about what I'm going to go as yet, but safe to say I've kind of delved into what is kind of required. I have an old Nerf gun that I'm going to transform into a character specific gun. I need to go and make quite a few bits and pieces for that. So yeah, like I was saying, they kind of it was really, really good. It made me really excited to do a bit more cosplay. I think that girl there was Sonya, maybe, from Mortal Kombat. She was something from Mortal Kombat, if I'm wrong there. This guy stopped me here at That's Hot Collectibles. I ended up talking to him for a few minutes about pop vinyls and Planet Alia Vegeta, and he's like, oh yeah, I know Planet Alia Vegeta, but no, I've never seen one. They're up about $1,500, $2,000 or something now. You got a lot of stuff here. I didn't venture too far into the PC bit, but there was a lot of PC stuff. I don't know if I caught it on camera, but there was an overclocking workshop down over the other side of the centre, which I think is awesome. I ended up talking to this guy for about a couple of minutes about that. Some of the stuff they have at these conventions, man, just insane. Like, look at this keyboard. It's just, I mean, you couldn't play with it. You'd just about, you'd just about pass out from all the colours, I reckon. But that was only $99, which I was surprised at. If you want a really trippy keyboard, $99 for one that lights up like a rainbow is pretty cheap. But yeah, like I said, they had an overclocking workshop. They had a lot of PC gear, a lot of high-end graphics cards. Harvey Norman even had a stall there, and they were, selling their wares. But yeah, a lot of PC stuff. There was a good mix of PC and Xbox and PlayStation, and they had tabletop, which I've started getting into a little bit. The Gamers of Mernda, give them a shout out here. I've been going and playing a few board games with them when I get a chance, and then a lot of them were here at PAX. I don't think I got any of them on camera because I might have, but I don't know for sure that I did. But we'll just spend a bit of time in this store, having a look at all this crazy like water cooling and LED lights and just sick PCs just going around. Yeah, it's pretty solid. And you can see over there's a booth for Razer, their green symbol there on screen. So Razer obviously make a lot of cool stuff there. So we head out here. There's another Razer logo. Just having a bit of a wander. These people have got mystery boxes. They came, I think you paid about $30 or $40 or something for them, and you saw that guy's shiny gloves. You get stuff like that in them. Just general loot in those boxes. So there's a lot of different ones that you could buy. As you can see, it starts to get quite crowded. You've got a Star Wars dude there all dressed up. This part on my left here was the esports stage. You can see this guy here. I have a chat to him about his Universal Championship. This guy on screen now, he actually helped me quite a lot when I was in a bit of a panic on the Friday when I came in. I was all over the place because I was just running so late. But yeah, pretty good. He was pretty chuffed. He got, I don't know what he got it for. I asked him, but I don't really know why he got it. He said he was the champion of the Enforcers for something. So yeah, I don't know. He must have won some sort of tournament among the Enforcers. But yeah, he's standing right next to the esports stage. That was at that point. They were giving away a lot of stuff, throwing stuff into the crowd. Graphics cards were being given away. We actually saw a guy walk out with one of those new Samsung, like meter wide, just about curved screens. So that was insane. When I heard that guy, I was like, what? He's got a Samsung screen. Just off screen to the left here, there it is. This is another esports stage. I think they were playing Street Fighter 4 or something on this screen, but they had all sorts of tournaments. They had a Rocket League tournament that I saw a little bit later on. Yeah, all sorts of different things there. So I'm just hanging around in the PC area, doing a bit of a walkthrough. There's Mario, Luigi, and Donkey Kong. If I wasn't filming, I would have stopped and got a picture with them two. So got some more PC gear stuff here. So just doing a bit of a walkthrough there. There was a lot of Harley Quinns. The popularity, obviously, of Suicide Squad has hit PAX. Yeah, so the popularity of Harley Quinn has hit PAX. I couldn't tell you how how many I saw, but I got a picture with one of them who was really, really well dressed. They all dressed really well, actually, and I think there was even a guy who was waiting in the line at the Wombat Theatre to go in one of the panels. He was dressed as Harley Quinn, and you know what, good on him. If he's got the balls to dress up as Harley Quinn as a bloke, then, you know, I think we all wish we had that kind of confidence. He was just a good dude, actually. He came dressed as Misty on the Sunday, which, yeah, he obviously loves dressing up as stuff. This on my left here, I think I come out from the front a little bit later. This is the Twitch booth. You couldn't actually go in there unless you're invited in by one of the streamers, but they're all doing a bit of streaming in there at the front. I don't know if I got it on video, but at the front there, that glass booth there's two people streaming live, and you could like watch them in person and online at the same time. You got Barjo from Good Game there in the left hand side chatting to one of the streamers or one of the staff or something, but I tried to get a picture with him, but unfortunately couldn't. As you can see, another person who's dressed up really well, but no idea what she was dressed up as. I wasn't sure if I could go up and get a picture with someone and be like, hey, your costume's really awesome. Who are you? Like, I think that's a little bit offensive. Oh, good. I did get it on footage here. So they've got cameras pointing at them, and they're playing something in the screen there and streaming live to Twitch at the same time. This booth was a Twitch partner booth, as it were. So yeah. So across from the Twitch partner booth, we've got the Xbox booth, which will be no surprise to anyone that I was excited about. Alright, and so here we've got some young fellas who were playing Cuphead. So yeah, Cuphead, really, really good. We'll keep walking around the floor here. I'm pretty sure I'll hop into the Xbox booth. I'm just trying to find a bit of room in. They had a lot of games on show. They had, that's Forza. On the other side of that wall, there's Forza with a actual sit-in car controller type thing, like you use the actual steering wheel and stuff. But they had a few screens with Forza set up. They had, I think, 8 or 12 screens set up with PUBG, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, which there was a long line for when I went to go and play on the Saturday. And then these guys here at the front, they're on for, they're showing Sea of Thieves. They're telling people that in the Pollywood side out the front, Sea of Thieves was playable. Now I didn't actually get out to Sea of Thieves in the Pollywood side in my footage. We'll cut back to the Xbox booth later. We've got Nintendo on your right there. They were showing the new Mario game, which was playable. There's a bit of a line for that one. You got PlayStation on the right here now. They had Far Cry. They had the new Uncharted game. I didn't pay really a whole lot of attention to the things that weren't on Xbox, but yeah, Far Cry 5. I did play a demo of it. I didn't take a video of it. Probably a good thing because it didn't go so well, but it's looking quite promising, if not same as Far Cry 3 and 4 so far. There's a big Mario in this Nintendo booth that everyone wanted to get a picture with. They got a big screen there showing some footage as well. Still lots of people hanging about. I think they're looking into the PlayStation booth to see what's happening over there. Yeah. The Just Dance booth. Yeah, so there was an Asian guy who there was actually two Just Dance booths. This is the big one in the show floor, but there's another one across near the Wombat Theatre. And between the two floors, I'm pretty sure that's where he spent all of his time. Now, I'm not judging him for spending all of his time, but if he spent $160 for a 3-day pass and he was there all 3 days, I mean, do you spend $160 to just play Just Dance for 3 days straight? I mean, anyway, he was very, very good. He was dancing when he didn't have the controller. You got Old Ugly Carrot here for whatever that card game was that I walked past. We're heading past the indie panel now. I don't know if in this video if I walk too much through the indie panel, but there's a game that I'm really, really, really excited about. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see it until about quarter to closing time on Sunday, and yeah, I was a bit disappointed that I didn't go early to have a look at it. I kind of walked through here, and as I walked through, there wasn't a whole lot that kind of caught my eye. So I didn't really come back and have a look at stuff, and it wasn't until the Sunday when I was running out of things to do and see that I came back to it. But there's a lot of good games in there. There's a game where the wacky inflatable arms men, if you've seen those out the front of shops trying to get your attention, they fight each other. So a friend Andy played that. He thought it was quite fun. He came over while I was in the middle of this paperback game that I'm really excited about, and he was just like, Alex, you got to come play this game. I'm like, sorry man, I'm talking to him about paperback. You've got the Vive here on my right, and I think I cut in on this guy for a minute, but this was a VR headset. I actually had a go at it for the first time, and my thoughts on VR have not really changed. So as you'll see for this guy here, it's a bit tricky. This Indian guy on the left here is really like helping the Asian fella in there have a real go of it. But this guy on the right hand side here, he was really struggling. I find it funny that the girl trying to help him is making the hand signals of what to do. It's like he's got a mask on, mate. He can't see what you're actually are telling him. You can't see what you're supposed to do. He unfortunately doesn't fare quite as well as I did. First time I managed to get through and defeat the boss. I love this guy. The Asian guy doesn't teleport anywhere. He just tries to stand there and get everyone. Bless him. He was an older guy too. But yeah, we'll move on from VR. I might just cut it here. And we'll head down the rest of the lobby. You can see Pennywise there. That guy was smiling all day, and it was it was a little bit weird. But yeah, he was really well dressed. He had the white face paint on. You've got some knights. I'm not sure if he was meant to be from Monty Python, but that's what he surely reminded me of. These people on the right here, artists. They paint and draw and all sorts of stuff like that. And yeah, you could buy the pictures. I imagine you could ask them to draw something for you and have it done. But yeah, so we're walking down the lobby here. Through that door over there is the Wombat and the other theatres. You got some people on the left here that are dressed up. Again, dressed up really, really awesome. Not sure what they're dressed up as. The girl on the right here is a Widowmaker from Overwatch. I think that guy with the mask on the right hand side is a Reaper. Not sure from what. I'm not sure about what this person's doing, but they got the agent guy there from Overwatch as well. So yeah, like I said, keep referencing all the awesome cosplay because it really was one of the highlights that I found from the convention. And a lot of people like this guy here just going all out really for the thing. And I think it kind of makes a big difference because if everyone just came in casual, you'd be like, am I even at a video game convention? Like, what are we doing here, guys? But it was quite an eye-opener for me. I'd never really seen cosplay before, not in real life anyway. So when you do see it like that, there's is that Jason or is that Freddy? Not too sure. It's Jason. Yeah, Jason. Because Freddy Krueger's from the other one. Yeah, Jason. But yeah, it's just great. So on the right here, we've got Screenplay, which is the new show from Nick Boy and Hex, both of which were formerly on Good Game and on the ABC. Barjo, who I talked about earlier, used to also be on Good Game, but he didn't go across to Channel 7 for, I think it's 7 for Screenplay there. You've got your handhelds lounge here. You didn't have to pay anything, didn't have to line up. You'd just be lucky if you got a beanbag, I think, really. They had tournaments for different games on there, but I'm pretty sure it would bring your own handheld. As you can see, there's hundreds of people there hanging out. I've just cut away where I walked back and there's nothing to see. So we cut in here over to the annex where all the theatres are. As you walk in on the left here, you can see a Pyramid Head and two of the crazy nurses from Silent Hill. Now this part in here, they had a photo booth set up, and actually outside they had another little photo area set up where you could go and get pictures. There was a lot of people here that were getting like professional pictures done. Pretty sure it was free, but not 100% sure on that. As we roll into the annex, you can see the second Just Dance stage, and like I said earlier, the guy that was really good at the Just Dance game spent a lot of time here. And I know that because the Wombat Theatre is just over to the right hand side there. Well, the line for it is, and that's where we were enforcing. We were helping the lines make sure they get into the theatre without blocking traffic and all that stuff. So enforcing was really, really good. I thought initially it would be a good way to get in to PAX without paying the full price, also being part of a cool kind of community. And I think I found, some good friends in the team that we had here, Michael and Brian, also known as Mr. Deja Vu. And Brian, I can't remember your handle, I'm sorry, but we had a lot of fun nights. Michael and I were clicking the lines, getting the counters, so that was a lot of fun. And we had Oz in there and a couple of other people who I didn't have a whole lot to do with, but they were helping. I think that you caught Tarragon on the right hand side there from the Z2Z podcast, and also a friend of mine. Here you've got the Jackbox Party Pack 4, I think it is. All these people that are sitting down on the right hand side here were playing the Jackbox Party Pack 4. What you don't see is that off camera I had a chat to the people that were that made the game. I was saying to them, what about the people that put in the really, really bad names? Are you filtering that out? And they were like, well, yeah, we kind of have to, because there's a lot of bad stuff that they can't put on the screen there, which is fair enough, because we've played it at home with friends and there's a lot of stuff that you wouldn't say outside of your friendship group. It's quite bad but quite funny. Alright, we're up the stairs here now, so we go past a few of the other theatres. I'm not sure, I can't remember how much of a walk around I do here, but we will find out. We've got another VR section here on the right. Now, where the Vive and the jumping and running and all that kind of movement made me feel a little bit nauseous, this one here I didn't actually play, but it looks a lot calmer. As you can see, everyone's kind of just doing their own kind of little thing here and just chilling. It's a lot more. You've got the VR free play on the left here. I wanted to go in, but the line was just too long and things just were not moving. You've got the Call of Duty, the World War II one that's about to come out in a couple of days, I think. They had a little booth in there where they were allowing you to play the game. And I went in with Andy, and if you ask Andy, he'll say he did really well and he really likes it. For me, it kind of just seems like more of the same, just with World War II guns, which admittedly is a lot of an improvement, because that jumping around, flying type of thing, I know they didn't copy Titanfall, but it certainly felt like they tried to, with Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, Infinite Warfare. It's just like, we don't want more. People don't want more future, but like, hey, you'll do it, we'll do it, and you'll love it. We've got the diversity lounge in here. I didn't stay too long because I wasn't 100% sure I was allowed to film in this area. This game I actually really wanted to play, but when I came back, someone else was using the game. But the diversity lounge had a lot of the LGBTI community people in there having specific events for that, like guys that want to play games with guys, women that want to play games with women, etc., etc. As we come up here as well, on the left, there's an XX exhibition, which is quite weird. We went in there just to see what it's all about, because even though I'm an adult, I still find penises and farts funny. We went in there and there was a couple of erotic themed games, which I'll probably do a video on at some point, talking about where I think games may be headed, because I think it's a really, really interesting topic. But in there, they had a game where there were 4 male genitalias running around. Oh, that's a guy from New Game Plus on the right there. They had 4 male genitalias running around trying to hook the shafts through rings, and if you had the most rings on when the game finished, you won the game. So it was quite funny to see. But you can see we're just about out of footage here. This is the last cinema. Like I said, they had a lot of great panels. I saw some people complaining about it, but the indie showcase that I went to was excellent. Cheese TV was excellent. They did have a panel themed around sex and how it is progressing in video games. I didn't get to that one because I was busy.